Hi again. This is the second part of It Started With a Vacation. Be warned, there are mentions of blood and semi-intense injuries. Also, I do not own the Haikyuu characters and this does not accurately represent the Haikyuu characters. Hope you enjoy the video. It was only a few seconds, but to everyone on the plane it felt like forever. When the plane hit the ground, the tail got caught along some trees, ripping it apart and leaving the tail along with Osamu and Sakuatsu behind it. The plane slid a few more kilometers before it came upon a slight cliff, there in which an already broken apart plane lost the front of itself down the cliff, along with the pilot, Suna and Akaji. The middle of the plane had found itself in the middle of a river that was right by the cliff, with Atsumu and Komori being the only ones left. Atsumu had been jostled around and his whole body was sore and pained him, but he was alive. Is everyone okay? Atsumu breathed in as he finally took a look around him. There was nobody in sight. Osamu? Kiyumi? Atsumu quickly got out of his seat, realizing the seat belt had broken on impact, but unaware of the pool of blood he left behind. Matoya. Michinari. Atsumu looked around some more as he noticed a body face down in the water. Matoya? Atsumu felt a slight pain in his side as he ignored it and tried to run over to the body, which was Komori's. Get up. Please don't be unconscious. Atsumu waded through the hip-high water as he rushed over to Komori, who had not moved the entire time. Matoya. Atsumu finally made his way to Komori as he flipped him over and dragged him over to the shore. Hey. Wake up. Matoya. Atsumu started CPR as he felt the adrenaline rushing through him. You better not be dead. I won't allow it. Wake the fick up. Atsumu felt the crunching of what felt like sticks under his pushing, realizing he was accidentally cracking Komori's ribs. Please. Matoya. Please. 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 You have to wake up. You have to be alive. Please just spit out the water. Atsumu did one last push on Komori's heart as he felt Komori's body flinch and then Komori jerked awake. Holy shit. Komori coughed up some water as he held his chest in pain, finally looking at Atsumu. Atsumu? Yes. It's me. Is everyone okay? Komori looked around as his eye seemingly landed on Atsumu's side. I don't know, I haven't looked for them yet. You were drowning in the river. Atsumu. But now that I got you out we can follow the plane's trail to find the tail of the plane. Atsumu. I think Osamu and Sakuatsu should be back there. Atsumu. Atsumu stopped talking as he finally looked at where Komori was looking. What? Atsumu's gaze followed Komori's down his side, which was then when he noticed the large piece of metal sticking out of his side. Oh. That can't be good. How the hell are you still alive? I didn't notice. Atsumu's brain tried to catch up with what he was seeing, but it just couldn't. He was just in shock. Sakuatsu didn't want to see a thing when the plane crashed, but now that he knew the plane wasn't moving anymore, he wished he had looked. Where is the other half of the plane? Sakuatsu had just opened his eyes and immediately felt immense pain in his leg, which he would soon find out had been crushed by a fallen tree to his right, which was also where a fire had started. Ah! Sakuatsu yelled in pain as he tried to move the tree off of himself. Where are the others? Sakuatsu bit his lip to try and counteract the pain he felt in his leg, but it just ended up making him wail in absolute agony. Where? Atsumu. The plane. Moto? Shit. Atsumu? Osamu? Sakuatsu looked towards the front of the plane, immediately getting reminded that it wasn't there. He watched as the fire grew larger, but not towards him. Fick. Where are they? Sakuatsu felt a bit lightheaded as the pain in his leg seemed to start getting better. He couldn't tell if it was shock or loss of blood flow. Samu? Osamu? What? There was a muffled voice from the other side of the tree as Sakuatsu watched Osamu's face peek up from the tree. You're alive. I wish I wasn't. Osamu held his head in pain as he finally looked over to see Sakuatsu's leg under the tree. Your leg. I know. It's excruciating. Sakuatsu said this through his tears as Osamu finally stood up and made his way over the tree, continuing to face Sakuatsu. Thank God you're okay. Wish I could say the same about you. Osamu chuckled as he winced in pain, causing Sakuatsu to give him a concerned look. What? Are you injured? I don't know. I'm in pain, I can assure you of that. Let's get that tree off of you. Yeah, right. Since when could we ever lift trees? I don't even know if I have any strength left. Just lift enough to move your noodle leg. Osamu grabbed the side of the tree he was on as Sakuatsu shook his head, but followed his side, pushing with all his strength. which wasn't a lot. Now all you have to do is move. Okay. The tree lifted an inch as Sakusa quickly took this time to move his leg out from under it. Good? Yeah. Osamu and Sakusa let go of the tree together. Sakusa looked at his leg as he felt a little woozy. Can you even feel your leg? Not anymore. You're in shock. Or I have permanent nerve damage. Morbid much? The plane just crashed. Anyways. Osamu wobbled a little where he was standing as Sakusa looked at him concerned. We just need a stick. And bandages. I have some in my suitcase. Samu, sit down if you're gonna faint. Osamu turned around to start looking for a stick as Sakusa gasped loudly at the side of Osamu's back. What? What happened? Sakusa's eyes widened as he looked at the charred and scratched back, which had blood dripping down it. Osamu grabbed a stick as he turned around to hand it to Sakusa. Holy shit. Oh, my back. Stop freaking out. Samu? Osamu wobbled once more before he fell forwards, his head landing on the couch right next to Sakusa. Samu? Oh my god. Samu, stop messing around. Osamu, wake up. Don't just leave me. What do I do? Samu? Okay. Sakusa checked Osamu's pulse and found that he was still alive, just seemingly knocked out cold from some sort of cause. Let me fix my leg. Then I really hope you have burn cream in your emergency kit. Don't die. Sakusa used the tree for support as he stood up and dragged down the suitcase. Suna and Akaji found themselves hanging from their seat belts as they were completely vertical due to the fall off the cliff. Fick. Agreed. Akaji reached down and unbuckled himself from his seat belt. As he did, his hand got stuck around it, and as he fell down, his wrist got stuck, snapping his wrist and pulling his shoulder out of socket. Michi? Akaji's eyes filled with tears as he let out a tiny gasp. He couldn't muster out a yell as he started crying violently. Michi? What happened? Suna couldn't see very well, but from what he could see, he saw Akaji hanging from something. Michinari? Are you okay? Not dead. Akaji tried to get himself loose but couldn't seem to find any strength left in his body, and every movement made his arm hurt worse and worse. Suna unbuckled himself quickly as he heard Akaji's plea, falling down a bit more of the plane as he felt something sharp scratch his chest. Ow! What the heck was that? Suna grabbed his phone from his pocket, hoping the flashlight still worked, and to his surprise, it did. He shone it where he had just fallen from as he saw a chunk of the plane stuck through the floor that he had just fallen across, although he seemed to only have a surface wound from it. Just a scratch. Maybe some cracked ribs too. He then shone his flashlight over to Akaji, who was hanging just by the seatbelt which was around his clearly broken wrist. Akaji looked very pale as Suna realized the seriousness of the situation. We have to get you down. Yeah. I think I agree. Suna looked for something sharp to cut the seatbelt with, and ended up finding some metal shrapnel and picked it up. I'm going to get you down. Help. Suna felt a strong urge to help Akaji as he used his adrenaline to help him climb a little to cut Akaji down, who fell a little when released but was mostly okay. Oof. Thanks. Better now? Yeah. No. But yeah. Akaji held his arm in pain as he noticed Suna's chest full of blood. Whoa. Just a flesh wound. Promise. The blood. We should be able to stop it. Yeah. Let's go. But, the pilot. Akaji pointed towards the pilot's cabin door as Suna sighed. It was likely that the pilot was already dead and Suna thought it would be best to leave. I can't help. Rintaro. Fine. Suna went to the pilot's cabin door as he tried to open it. As he did, he smelled a strong scent of gasoline. It's leaking. It could spark and catch on fire. Akaji pointed to the plane which was sparking at every electronic point as Suna made a quick and brash decision. We have to get off of here. But the pilot. I can't get the door open. And I can't risk both of us dying versus the pilot who the plane landed on. He's already dead. But, come on, Michi. Suna grabbed Akaji's good hand as he dragged him towards the exit, opening it and getting out as they ran. They didn't know what to expect, but they weren't going to wait around for it to happen. The front of the plane exploded, sending Akaji and Suna forwards due to the blast. Atsumu and Komori heard the noise, now knowing for sure where Suna and Akaji ended up. Sakusa and Osamu were in the dark. They didn't know what the noise was or where it was, but it gave them hope. Then the sun started to set. Hope you enjoyed the video. The next video will be the start of the next mini-series of the Cursed series. I have a TikTok. I do fun little videos drawing the Haikyuu Next Generation and Haikyuu ships. So if you'd like to see those, I have a Discord server. You can join with the link in the description below. If you'd like to support me, and maybe buy me a coffee to keep me awake for my late night editing sessions, there is a link in the description below. Everything said before will be linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support.